Well, hey there. Welcome to the Movie Review Mom YouTube channel. I'm the mom and I do the movie reviews. And my goal is to give you the heads up on filmmaking quality and content so that you can make the best decision for you and your family as to whether or not you want to spend time or money or both sometimes watching a specific film. So the movie I'm reviewing today is called Miraculous, Ladybug and Cat Noir, the movie. It's a really strange title unless you're familiar with the TV series. Well, this animated musical movie of sorts releases in theaters on July 21st and on streaming on Netflix on July 28th, 2023. The film is PG and is an hour and 45 minutes. And my movie review mom grade is an A. I thought it was really cute and sweet, but I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm going to give you an overview in a nutshell, and then I'll point out things that I like and didn't like, as well as offer tips for parents, themes worth talking about, funny lines, interesting lines, and I'll even give you recommendations for a few other movies that are sort of similar that you might also enjoy if you like this one. All right, you ready to dive in? In a nutshell, the story is about an ordinary teenager, Marinette, who lives in Paris. I'm actually going there next month. So excited. I've been before, but my husband has never been. And so I'm super excited to see him experience Paris for the very first time. Magically, this young girl becomes a ladybug with super magical powers. It's a unique idea, right? She must unite with her opposite, Cat Noir, to save Paris when a villain unleashes chaos into the City of Lights. So the film was directed by Jeremy Zag. He also wrote it with Bettina Lopez Mendoza. The Miraculous franchise began as a TV series in 2015, but I never saw it. So are you familiar with this cute franchise? Comment down below. The feature film's animation is much more sophisticated than all of the TV series episodes. Another difference is that not all of the episodes of the TV show included musical numbers. Only a few of them did. The animated series won the Teen Choice Award in 2018 and the Nickelodeon Kids Choice Award in 2020. So it's still fairly new. The creator of the Miraculous series is Thomas Astruck, who was not involved, unfortunately, with this movie. And I don't know the deep, dark secrets as to why that is. But there were a lot of things I really liked about this movie, obviously. The film takes place in beautiful France. So if you've never been, you're definitely going to get a little taste of the magnificence of France. C'est très magnifique. Yeah, I'm trying to learn French on Duolingo. Anyway, this animation is just stunning. The textures of the fabrics and the hair are amazing. So the voice talents are fantastic and include Anik Hot Boice. I don't know how to pronounce the name. Sorry about that. Benjamin Bolin, Marie Nonemacher, Marshall Lemenu, Gilbert Levy, Christina Valenzuela, and so many more in the French and the English cast. So, wow, a gorgeous library for a high school. There's a couple of scenes in the library, and I'm just like, mine never look like that. Fun fact, the name of the original movie was called Miraculous, Le Film. We can translate that pretty easily, right? So Tiki is a cute little genie that surely is going to be popular as a stuffed animal sold in stores. The singing talent is terrific. The songs are sweet and have great lyrics that carry the message of the story forward and have great messages for the audience. The movie does a fantastic job incorporating classic French elements of the city, culture, famous tourist sites, landmarks, architecture, and even delicious French pastries. I thought it was really cute that the painting that featured Adrian's mom was done in the style of Gustav Klimt. I highly recommend an excellent movie about that painting starring Ryan Reynolds, a younger Ryan Reynolds, and the legendary Helen Mirren. It's called Woman in Gold. And you can see my movie review on my website, moviereviewmom.com, but also on my YouTube channel. I just thought it was really well done. So the messages for kids are solid without banging the audience over the head with preaching or politics or wokeness. I just thought it was very refreshing. Now, with all of that praise, there were just a few things that I didn't like or thought could have been done better. For example, there's this yo-yo gimmick that turns Ladybug into a type of Spider-Man that felt pretty forced, where she's holding this yo-yo and then she can projectile herself onto, buildings and stuff like that. And I thought, well, I guess they had to come up with some power for her. As I mentioned, there's a lot of music and it's beautiful, but it just made me laugh because the same exact Wham song clip was played over and over each time there was a romantic moment. And it's funny the first time, and then the second time I'm like, do they realize that they played that one already? And I laughed again. The romance, by the way, is extremely predictable. And it just always makes me laugh when people can put on masks and nobody can tell who they are. If they take the mask off, then they're like, oh, well, this movie, it's in the reverse. Once they put the mask on, they're like, oh. Now, it's a bit confusing that Cat Noir is all about chaos, yet he is a good guy. There's a little bit of character arc, mostly as this coming of age depicts two teenagers who are trying to figure out who they are and where they belong and what makes them unique and all of that. All right, so for some tips for parents, there is a lot of farting. It's a kids' movie after all. There is animated violence and lots of destruction, but it's also a superhero movie, so that's to be expected. You don't see blood and guts or anything like that. I mean, it's very safe and sanitized. Some of the themes that are illustrated very well are chaos, being stronger together, anger, magic, love, good versus evil, self-confidence, and sacrificing for others and the greater good. So whenever I watch movies, I always take notes and I write down funny lines and interesting lines simply so I can share them with you, so you can get a taste for the dialogue and the script writing. So I have them all on my written review at moviereviewmom.com, but I'll share a few of them with you right now. So when I looked at my notes for the funny lines, I realized I didn't write down any specific funny line. While there is humor in the film, nothing really stood out to me as being hilarious. Just a couple of those moments where I kind of went, huh, like that. But I did write down quite a few interesting lines that I thought had some great wisdom in them. So Marinette's mom is very sweet and supportive, and she says, stop worrying about what others think. There's only one thing you have to listen to, your heart. And that is fantastic advice. Now, I mean, it's good to listen to people who are older and wiser than you too, but to stop being so concerned and even thinking that everybody's watching you. They're not. They're obsessed with themselves. And then Marinette says, Mom, how do you make your dreams come true? And so the mom says, you just have to believe in yourself. Now, I love that advice. Have confidence, just go for it. Don't give up on your dreams. However, there is some reality that children need to accept. And that is, if you are 4 feet tall and you weigh 300 pounds, you're probably not going to be an NBA star, unless you put in the work and you're especially talented. You know what I mean? We have to be really careful telling children they can be anything they want, because there are some limitations. And that's a terrible thing to say, but it's kind of true. Then another character is Kim Chien, and Kim says, who saves a life saves the world. And that's also a really big theme of the movie, that one small act of sacrifice for the good of others can really make a difference. Then Cat Noir, who also is Adrian without his mask on, says, failure is not your enemy, fear is. And I loved that many times we stop ourselves because we're afraid. We're afraid what other people might think. We're afraid what happens if I can't do it, if I'm not successful. What happens if I fail? Will everybody laugh at me? So forget the fear and just go for your dreams. Okay, so I've got some recommendations for a couple of movies that for some reason I thought of instantly as I was watching this one. The first one is Teen Titans Go to the Movies. So that movie came out a few years ago based on the popular TV series. And I did a written review. I don't think I did a movie review on my YouTube channel, but you can read my written review about that one. But it's cute. It's got teenagers. They're superheroes. They have different powers. Go team, go. And then another one is I was trying to think of unlikely and different type of superheroes. I thought of DC League of Super Pets. So it's based on the DC League of Superheroes, but it's their pets that actually save the day. We do get to see some of the DC superheroes, but this is an animation, by the way, in case I didn't mention that. And it's very sweet and it shows some good lessons for kids. It's family friendly, especially if the mom and dad are into superheroes from the Justice League and DC Comics. All right, that's it. I hope that this review helps you to figure out if you want to watch this movie. It's certainly safe to turn on and have your kids watching while you're busy doing dishes or changing diapers or whatever. And it's family friendly, so I think that adults might get a kick out of it too. All right, thank you so much for watching. Have a fantastic day. I hope you enjoyed this as much as I did, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye for now.